Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, how you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're here today with Black Sails Season 1, Episode 1 reaction. So we're going to be starting the Black Sails journey, a show that I've heard a lot of good things about. A show that I will also say I have watched, I think, the first 2 episodes, or the first episode about. I will mention in a second what I remember seeing. But I'll give a spoiler warning for that once we get to it. But why Black Sails? Well, as I just said, it's a show that I have wanted to watch for a long time because I know how much people love it. Now, the reason why I know how much people love it is because I watch a lot of other reactors, and some reactors that were doing Black Sails, they mentioned in other shows, when they were talking about other shows, they were always referencing back to Black Sails and saying, well, Black Sails is just so fantastic. So it's always been on my mind. It's like, okay, I know this is a good show. I haven't seen that many TV shows. I'm the kind of person that hasn't really seen much besides, like, superhero stuff such as DC and Marvel stuff. So I've not actually seen much beyond that. So I knew, like, this was a good show. So I'm gonna give this a try. Now, I want to give a spoiler warning right now. Skip about 20 seconds ahead if you have if you're going into this completely blind with me. So skip about 20 seconds ahead. I don't know much, so it's not that much ahead. Just skip a little bit. 3, 2, 1. That's the spoiler warning done. So what I have seen and what I do remember is in like one of the first episodes. Again, I think I've seen the first 2 episodes, maybe 3. I'm not sure. But what I do remember is that there were 2 chicks that were banging. To say it nicely, there were 2 chicks that were banging, and there was like a fight going on a ship. That's what I remember. Those are the things that I remember: a fight on a ship and 2 girls banging. And that's what that's the only thing that I can really remember. Now, that's a spoiler warning gone, I guess. So I also know that this is like a continuation of a movie or something. Now, I wouldn't know which movie. I'll be honest, I don't really watch that many movies. I grew up with Disney movies, and beyond that, I've not really seen anything else. Like all the classics that people always talk about, I've not really seen. You look at things like Jaws, I've not seen. Jigsaw, the puzzle thing, I've not seen. Like classic things that people are always talking about, I have not seen. If it's not a Disney or if it's not Disney, Harry Potter, or the Lord of the Rings, and then I've not seen it. So if it's a continuation of a movie, or if it's like related to a movie in some shape or fashion, then I wouldn't know what the movie is, so I wouldn't be able to like maybe pick up the references. But we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, straight up, we'll see. It's a TV show on its own, so I would assume that it makes sense on its own as well. Now, this is an hour-long episode. Also, speaking of an hour-long episode, there is full length available for this in the description down below. You'll have to sync it with your own reference footage. The key thing here is this, though. It's for free for everyone for the first episode of Season 1. I will have a free link, free full-length link for every season premiere. So Season 1, Episode 1, Season 2, Episode 1, you'll get a free full-length link to check it out. But if you do want to get full-length permanently, you can do so over on patreon.com, where I have early access as well as full-length, as well as super early access full-length, which is just the ultimate tier, I guess. Besides that, though, let's hop right in. Let's hop right in and see what Black Sails has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hop into Season 1, Episode 1. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you guys watching full-length, first of all, let me put on me headphones. It's an hour long, so it's quite long. Shoot. I wasn't expecting it to be that long, to be completely honest. I'm watching this, by the way, on Amazon Prime. So if you're syncing this with like a footage that isn't Amazon Prime, and there's like a different thing, I don't know how really I could help you sync it. But yeah, we're just gonna get started with Season 1, Episode 1. Is that just an I? Or what's the title? What's the title of the episode? Just an I? Or 1? Just a line. So it's either an I, a 1, or a small L. I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us get started with Black Sails Season 1, Episode 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. I have to cut that part out. The first failed attempt. Stars Original presents 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2015. 175 West Indies. The pirates of New Providence Island threaten maritime trade in the region. The law of every civilized nation declared them hostis humanis generis, enemies of all mankind. In response, the pirates adhere to a doctrine of their own: war against the world. Alright. War against the world. For anyone that's ever seen anything of me knows that I'm a huge fan of water. Water is my favorite element, and I'm a sucker for water. So seeing this right now already has me hyped. Oh, it's ice cold. It is ice. So if I was in those times, I would be a pirate. If I wasn't in captivity, I would be a pirate. Like, I'd be the kind of person that would be out there like, yeah, I'm going for everything. I'm stealing everything. Things that may... It seemed like I remember things, but I don't. Like I said, the first 2 episodes, I think I've seen. I know for a fact that I've seen the first episode. I just don't remember much. No. I thought that was like the person from Pirate of the Caribbean or something. Yeah. Oh, well. I like him. What's his name? I like him. Straight up, very pragmatic. Very pragmatic. I like it. Your name higher. Yeah, that's the that. Oh, I would like to be on a ship, but this looks terrifying. Flint. Okay. You know what? You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. Oh, this guy just... He got sent flying. He ripped... That's the page he ripped out. What's on it? Recipe? Treasure? I mean, at that point I would have said treasure. Aye. Yeah, yes I would. Mate, you're a cook. You're not a fighter. Yeah. Bro. Oh yeah, this show doesn't hold back on blood. You could just see the blood splatter right there. You can see the blood splatter right there. It's like, yo, that's crazy. Man. I wonder if they actually built those ships or whether that's all CG. I'd figure for a show like this, they'd build the ships. I don't know how much it costs to build a ship like that. He's dead. He's dead. Everyone for himself. Save yourself. Yeah. Save yourself. Nah. They're gonna come from behind you or something. Ah, he's a coward. A coward. You're not gonna shoot your old man in front of your other men, are you? Well, he died. We could hear the blood. You could hear the body fall there. Nah, that's terrifying. Yo, I would just offer up my captain, and be like, yo, please let us leave. You can have our captain. Let us leave alive. And now they're intimidated with a war cry too. I do have subtitles on, by the way. So if that spoils any names or something, sorry, but I always have subtitles on. Nah, I would have ran. I ran where? Jumped overboard. Don't tell me it's gonna explode. Get away from the door! Is that gonna explode? I told you that was gonna explode. That's the most obvious. That was just obvious, all right. That was just obvious. You see a barrel slowly. Yeah, these guys are dead. These guys are dead. Done and dusted. Dealt with. How do you even get your teeth that sharp? I guess you just shot. Ooh. I mean, I'm not opposed to gore. I'll say this right now. Terrible shot. Terrible shot. Hitting your own man. Oh, no. Is that captain? What was his name? Flint? I mean, it has to be the captain, otherwise... Dude. I thought they were going to go like the Rocky theme. I like that motif, that light motif. Ah, I like this one. I like this opening, I have to say. I like this opening, I have to say. Sounds like you're playing a... What's it called? Like a diggity-doo? Medusa. I do like this opening. I like openings like these. I just like they're very creative. I mean, from a music perspective, I very much like it. From a visual perspective, I very much like it too. Doesn't help that I'm a sucker for pirate stuff because I love water so much. All the directors and whatnot doesn't tell me anything, I'll be honest. I watch so little movies and so little TV shows that it doesn't tell me anything at all. Or one. So that is the title of the episode. Okay. I or one. I'm assuming one or I. I don't know. It had a full stop at the end. So I. Man, imagine like raiding and pillaging other ships and killing all the people just so you could steal their stuff. And break it down. Like that. Mr. Gates. Gotta try and remember. I'm terrible over days. I'll get there. I'll get there. Always takes me a while. He killed the cook. He killed the cook. Aha, sure you couldn't. John Silver. I should have got myself a notepad for this. I should have definitely got myself a notepad for this. Just for the first episode, so I could write a few names down. Is he blind? No. Okay. Okay. All right. That's Interesting. That is spare the members. Oh, so they're recruiting them, not just the cooks. Okay. Yeah, yeah. He's giving a good speech, though, to be fair. Not a terrible speech. Not a great speech, but a good speech. Yeah. Trying to look tough isn't really going to work. Sorry, not with those baby eyes. It's not going to work. It's like me trying to look tough. It doesn't work. Way low. How much is... That's a lot, isn't it, for those times? Is that not a lot? Wouldn't like $8 back in those days be like 1,000 today? I mean, granted, you're risking life, but still. Does, does it have the rip page? Okay. A schedule. A schedule to what? Schedule. Well. That is in a book. Yeah. Alright, he's got the confidence and the swagger. He most certainly looks like a captain. Yeah, back in those days, even nowadays, when people lose a limb, uh, they're generally very, very ill, very, very poor. They generally don't have much long to live, from my experience at least. I'm surprised they're not throwing like little knives at him. Mutiny already. It's the first episode and already mutiny. First episode, it's already we already have a mutiny. That's crazy. This guy won't survive in captaincy long. Schedule. Well, it was torn. You don't have the people. You don't have the. Oh, okay. I mean, hey. A quartermaster, okay. I mean, a quartermaster is there, basically the right hand man. So that's not gonna happen. They want blood. That's not gonna happen. You're a dead man. I can see that. And I've barely seen this show. They have votes. Man, we're in the first episode and you're already foreshadowing a potential. Like this first episode, and already I know that he's not gonna last long in that position. He just wants to see blood. Is it the Navy? The not Royal Navy? Shit, my knowledge of pirates is surface level, like not deep at all. A warship, oh great. Navy, of course. Scarborough. There have been so many names being thrown around in terms of like pirates, in terms of the character names, and now this. It's a little bit hard to keep up. It will take me a while, but as most people know, I'm terrible with names. So like once I get them, I get them. Once they stick, they stick. I wonder if he's ever cooked a single thing in his life, if he even knows how to. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Boatswain. Boatswain. Alright. I like this is a weird is this how a pirate dynamic really is? Like I've not really looked too deep into it, but I always forget that like a pirate captain, leadership, there is a hierarchy. It's like a company essentially. But this feels like more like a democracy, which shoot. Libertarian. Is that what the pirate island is called? Leave or something? I know that from One Piece, from the One Piece theories, but that is where like a democracy, a pirate democracy, or a pirate country was formed. I wonder if that's like, I mean it's a legend I guess, but I wonder if that's where the influence is from, or whether I don't know, whether that's normal in pirate lives. Oh great. It's the first episode. You're already gonna. Uh-huh. Not weeks, months. Then how are they gonna trust you? So much for democracy, as I was just saying. So much for democracy, as I was just saying. Nice. And that is strong. Recreate the schedule. Who's that now? Richard Guthrie. They're throwing so many names in my face, it's difficult to keep track. He's a good quartermaster, I have to say. A good quartermaster. Oh boy, you're about to be out of your captaincy. It's the first episode as well. My goodness, they're shooting with some with some HDR, high dynamic range cameras. Just look at how blue that blue is, and how green that green is. Truly shooting with some like HDR and super contrast cameras or settings. Nassau, New Providence Island, Nassau. Okay. Again, I'm not that familiar, that well versed in pirate stuff, so don't expect me to like know all the references. It'd be nice if you could tell me about all those in the comment section down below, but like, don't expect me to. Well, that's just rude. Alright. Everybody's. A Pirate's Island. Nassau. Alright. Gountry. Oh wow, great job. Restrain the captain. Restrain the captain. Oh, great. Oh well, you just have to restrain him. Don't. Absolutely. I buy that 100%. Yeah, regards you 100%. A highly valuable member of the crew, Billy. Ask me questions, bro. Alright. Has he got... The page is ripped? Is the one like where he ripped the page off, isn't it? Or what is he trying to do? Trying to find the actual book and then... Volume 3. Is that what he's trying to do? Uh-huh. Which he did. Which he did. This guy's trying to be a... That... Blackbeard? Who's... Blackbeard? The... Oh, I want to see Blackbeard. Yarha Jiggly Zehaha. Zehaha. Show me Blackbeard. Show me Blackbeard right now, lad. Show me Blackbeard. Zehaha. Where is he? Where is he? You Blackbeard? Well. Oh, they are some nice fellows. My goodness. Blackbeard. This is the real Blackbeard. Zehaha. Zehaha. Obviously, this being heavily censored. This part right here is not going to YouTube. You can bet your ass on that. Alright, so now I know what kind of show this is. A lot of gore, a lot of nudity. Blackbeard, great character. A lot of plot. A lot of plot. Great character. I like the set design so far. Is that Rich? Is that the boss? What's the name? Richard Black. I like how everyone quieted down. I like how everyone quieted down there. On the Trinity. That's okay, I would say, depending on how big the crew is. Everyone's just watching them. Have you got nothing better to do than listen? That's the pirate life for you. Mistress Scaffrey. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That was a great clapback, by the way. Ten months. Not days. A rough patch. You just gonna. Would you trust pirates? I agree with him. Actually, I wouldn't trust pirates. I don't know how like long the relationship has been, but I still wouldn't. Never mind. She's like, yeah, okay, fine. A billion, a million, a couple million. Is it 8,000? Oh, how does that work? 1,000 pieces of 8. Quarter. 3 quarters. 4 quarters. Well, so much for listening to your advice. I wouldn't have given him money, but then again, I need assurances. Father, I thought maybe husband. It's her money though, isn't it? That's why she's the boss. That's why she's the boss. I was wondering because they mentioned Mr. Richards. I was like, sorry, Mr. Gunfrey, Richard Gunfrey. So I was like, how does that make sense? But no, she's the boss at the moment here. I'm assuming a man with that much power would have a lot of enemies, so I'd be like, I don't know if I would. Come on, pick it on the guy. Bosun. Just lie. All right, too educated, eh? Ah, weak. You kind of turn your back when. Yo, why are you putting him into this Okay. Saved by the door. Saved by the door. That is a great way to be treated. Okay. They have some unusually white teeth for pirates. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. The paper's gone. A hole for every finger in your hand. Oh, check, check. Are you gonna get out of this? Everyone's playing their games. That's why you can't trust anyone. I don't think you're getting out of this. Okay. Okay. She's in it. She's in it. Like, she's right in it. The most powerful bargain, ladies and gentlemen, is the bargain where... Why has he got a triangle with an eye? The Illuminati drawn on his back. On his bald head. Yeah, they're playing the political game. First episode. First episode already. Barely got to even know the characters and are already having a political struggle. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. After getting 16 votes, he's still... Oh, ho, ho. Oh, great. Great. Hi. He's not going to accept that. I wouldn't accept that. That's the key part here. Alright. Coolio, because I was going to say, like, that would be a terrible way. He should not accept it. Because that would be a terrible way to do it. Because, like, we paid everyone else off, but we're not going to pay you off, fam. So it's glad that that understanding was made. This guy's got some crazy scars. Yeah, I saw how intense he just got. He got intense very quickly. It's like just straight up changes demeanor in like a matter of seconds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No loyalty. No loyalty. Everyone's already betraying everyone. Everyone's trying to overtake everyone. Brilliant way to start. Brilliant way to start. Now the real question is who's going to survive season one. Because with the way this is going, I don't think people will even survive episode one, honestly. Should have been. Go ahead. All right. My goodness, you're throwing so many names at me. They're throwing way too many names at me. Okay. Okay. Huh. That's when he got stabbed. Okay. 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 Oh, so he's. My jolly goodness. Sign me up. 5 million. In those times, especially. With a missing page. Schedule. Of course, the ship's schedule. Ah, of course. That's what it is. Schedule. I was like, am I like not understanding what he means by schedule? But no, because the King of Spain is involved. Too big. You would bring on hell. Like they would come after you lot. Exactly. Exactly. But I have everything to lose. Hold him back. Hold him back. Hold him back. Oh no. Don't do it, Billy. Pointed at the captain. Yeah. Saved by the horse. Saved by the horse. It's the Spanish Navy. Oh no. they followed them all the way here, the Navy, the Royal Navy. Yeah, none of your business. No, none of your business. Ah. Don't do anything stupid now. Don't do anything stupid now. You deal with pirates. Hey, now get out of my room. Now get out of my room. They're gonna fight back, yeah. They killed Mr. Guthrie! Oh no, was that just in the did it? It looked like they shot him in the shoulder. Did they come here to start a war? To eliminate him? I mean, he is the person that likes to look hard. Likes to look tough. Bro, what? This guy looked confident as well. You're really gonna murder an old man in cold blood. You're really gonna murder an old man in cold blood. Now who the flip is this guy? Another new player has entered the game. Vane. Vane. Yeah, about that. So a different captain has entered. Why is a different captain here? So he can have control of two ships by putting the other person in charge? Is that what it is? They really murdered an old man. Ah. Exposed. Revenge. Okay. Okay. She doesn't listen to anyone. At all. She just does what she wants. And now this guy is parading in broad daylight at night. But why won't... Bro, everyone's playing the game. Everyone's playing the game. I like it. Episode 1. Episode 1, and we already have so many different factions. Pulling their little strings. He's about to slap you. Oh, that was a punch. Oh, he just punched, but oh, no mercy. Well, okay then. Well, okay then. He's just trying to play the power game. All right. Yeah, she is the power player. He's not here. He actually was shot. He was shot. Plurals. Plural daughters. You can't say that. Legend. My goodness, Captain Vane is certainly vain. Okay. I mean, you could tell by their relationship immediately that was... My god, I don't know how I'm going to have to edit this episode. There is so much nudity in this show, I'm going to have to, like, severely edit this all. Just not show anything. Alright. I wouldn't trust her, I'll be honest. But I'm not complaining. Everyone's having a go at her today. Is that what... Yes, it might be. It might be. Okay, so this is the one of the two things that I mentioned, that I know at the beginning that I mentioned. Or not. Or not. I thought, never mind. I got the wrong impression. Because I punched him first. Never mind, I did get the right impression. At least I can spot things a mile away still. You might have to take over soon, depending on how the condition of your father goes. If it's deep or not. She's turning into a philosopher now. My goodness. Into a philosopher. She's got a lot of talents. Sex worker, philosopher, trader. I actually don't know how common this was back in those days. I really wonder. Okay. Now, how am I gonna get this up on YouTube? How am I gonna get this up on YouTube? That's the real question here. Man, they're really shooting with HDR camera. Like, I'm not even someone that notices things like that. Because I'm very new to TV shows and movies, really, because I don't really watch much. But, like, it's noticeable to a very high degree. So, was he still alive? Was he dead? I think that answers it. Taking all his belongings. Oh, he is alive. Okay. Great. Great. The whole business is... The whole business has shut down, basically. Yeah. Oh, don't say that, right? You're on a boat. You don't remember what he's gonna do? Yeah. I would have drawn that as well. Get your gun out as well. Make one. Okay, examples? Examples? And that's how they can justify killing you. Is that what you got? Yeah. Nah. And that's you. Is that what you're trying to be? The king? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. My name is Prince, by the way, for those that don't know. It really is my name, Prince. He's not my king. He's not my father. I can say that right now. So that's what he's aiming at, right? He's about to lose his captaincy, and he's aiming for the top dog position even above that, a position that doesn't even exist yet. What are you gonna do with that 1 minute? Jump overboard? Yeah. You should mention though that it wasn't the captain that did that. You should mention that realistically. Don't snap at him. That. Aye. So much for wanting to be king. You're about first episode. You're already losing your captaincy. Come up with something. He did everything he could, alright? Straight up, it is not his fault. Vane just appeared, Captain Vane, as like... killing old men. What? What is it that you found? What is it that you found? The feather that fell on the floor. Okay, the feather. Does he know the book is gone? Or how's he gonna play that? Does he know that somebody went in there and somebody has the page? That someone from his crew has the page. That's what he knows at this point, because someone came back for it. Someone came back to check the context of it, in case I didn't know. All right, are you gonna come clean? He's gonna come clean. $5 million. $5 million. The page is gone. One of you has it. Aye. Aye. He looking real suspicious right now. You gotta look calmer. Don't look around. I blame it on him. Oh, he's playing the game. Playing the game. Doesn't trust you. Yeah. You're in his pocket. So that's the second option. Trial by combat. So, okay, so this is the second thing that I knew then. I didn't know who it was, I guess, but this is the second thing that I knew. I mean, this guy has so many scars, but this guy is clearly the main character. And when it comes to main character versus anyone else, I always choose the main character. Although Singleton should be a much better fighter. Alright. Some decent combat. And it's not fake stand-ins as well. This guy's got such a mean look on his face. Oh. Quick, stab him! Nah, too late. Too late. Oh, he just snapped the sword. Get the person in the background. Get up! Come on, mate. Oh, was that a knee to the chin? The chinny chin chin. Ah. Bro, at this point you're both dying. He's about to choke you, I think. He's about to... No, he's just... No response. He's already dead. Is he doing this to also look strong in front of his men because they think he is weak? Kind of kills two birds with one stone. Well. That's the page, eh? That's the page. Is that the story he's running with? Bro. Do you trust him that much? Well, we all know damn well that's not the page. Do you even he's like, does he really have the page? No, he doesn't. Probably like a blank page or something. You barely know him. I mean, barely trust him. You didn't even know who we were. Alright. Loyalty proven. That was a big gamble. That was a big gamble. The way he says that, La Urca de Lima, not La Urca de Lima. How I would say it. Even Billy's lying for you. All right. Big words for someone that has no clue no clue about the schedule or anything. That was the riskiest gamble he could have done. But quite frankly, that was the only way out for him, honestly. The riskiest gamble he could have done in that situation. If Billy was like, nah, I ain't lying for you, so that's no famous paper. What are you talking about? And she's found a buyer. Okay. Okay. Those two. So vain. She's like, don't, he's mine. Don't get close. Alright. So that's how Captain Vane is getting in all this. Interesting, to say the least. Now that was a good first episode. It kind of feels a little odd because at this point I'm thinking, did I only watch the first episode? Like did I actually watch 2 episodes like I thought I did, or did I just watch the first episode? Because this first episode had the 2 things that I remembered, which was the 2 girls having what's her name, Mrs. Guthrie, and did we ever get her name? I don't think we ever got her name. So Mrs. Guthrie and that girl that was at the end, those 2 making out, as well as the fight on the ship. Those are the 2 things that I knew, that I remembered, and those are both happened in this episode. So from that perspective, I'm like wondering right now whether I watched more than 1 episode, and I don't know. Back when I like originally watched it, I remember that I watched it because I mentioned this already, but like different reactors that I watched, in this case it was Blind Wave, they started reacting to that, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, let me have a look and see what the show has in store and see if I want to watch their reactions to it. And I watched the first episode and I enjoyed the first episode. I just didn't have the time after that because the exams came up. I was like, yeah, I'll put it to the side until after the exams, and then I think 2 years happened. 2 years rolled by, and now we're here. But I thought I watched more. I generally thought I watched more. I thought I said thought like 5 times already, but I genuinely thought that I watched like 6 episodes. And then like when I thought like what could I actually remember, it was like I remember two things. So I'm probably just watched two episodes or so. But now that I've actually watched this episode, I'm like, have I only watched the first episode? Because everything that I know happened in this first episode, so I don't actually know. Regardless, let's talk about this episode. I like this episode. We met a lot of characters. Again, I am absolutely terrible with names. I'm very much recognize them from appearance. They're very memorable. They all look fairly different. But like in terms of their role, I know who the captains are, of course. I know who the quartermaster was. What was Billy's job? Like they mentioned it, like a what exactly was his title? Like a gunny or something like that. Like a bungee, gunny, gun free, and obviously not that. But I don't know what his actual job is, so I'm trying to find out right now. That's something that I'm trying to find out right now, so I'm going through it right now. But we did meet those characters, a highly regarded member of this crew. And like, the captain regards, yeah, of course regards his input, doesn't even know who he is. Doesn't even know who he is. Billy. I know his name, but I've skipped over what his job role is. He's in charge of like assigning people. That's what it is. He's not the quartermaster, of course, but like he's in charge of. You know, as we saw with. 1 second, it's right here, isn't it? It's right here where he says. No, apparently not. Apparently not. So I don't actually know what his job is. I know they said it. I know they said it. I can't see it right now, which is a shame. But what I will say is this: in terms of like the characters that we've met Captain Vane, who is a very interesting character. His relationship with Miss Gunfrey as well is very fascinating. I don't like that he killed old men. That's where I'm like, ooh, I don't know why I like that. Like, you can kill anyone else, and I'm like, whatever. But like old men, I'm like, ooh, come on now. What they did they really deserve it? Come on, are you really that vain? I had to make that pun. Alright? Ice in my veins. I had to make that pun. I never won. I need to be stopped. I need to be stopped, but I'm just that vain. No, okay, I'll stop right now. I think he's an interesting character because he's thinking steps ahead, and he is, or seems to be, according to him, he seems to be the highest earner besides Captain Flint. So he might become a potential rival, especially considering that he's like trying to influence the captaincy on that ship by well, his candidate is dead now, I guess, but like by influencing that, so like he would so that he would get more followers essentially, which is a very interesting tactic too, because when I think of pirates, like, and I'm not that well versed in piracy. I'll be honest with that. Like, there are other points in history where I'm several times much more well versed than I am with piracy. These would be like the Roman era, you know, English history, Vikings, Scandinavian history. So those are things that I'm a lot more confident in historically speaking, but not so much on piracy. So when they said Blackbeard, I was like, oh, we're gonna actually see Blackbeard. Wow, zehahaha, like we're actually gonna see Blackbeard. But no, no, we're not seeing Blackbeard, ladies and gentlemen. But we saw Blackbeard, a different kind of beard though. But we almost certainly saw Blackbeard. I will say that much. Interesting thing for me though is Captain Vane seems to be like the rival, the antagonist to Captain Flint, despite the fact that they haven't directly talked to each other, but like just from a positional, you know, from a positional in terms of hierarchical, is that how you say it? Hierarchical standpoint, they are on. First of all, they're both, you know, captains, and he wanted to influence that captaincy specifically. And the fact that they know that now with that person who died and his last words being Vane, they know that right now. They know that he was the one that was influencing it. They can perhaps challenge him directly. I'm not saying it in a confrontational manner, in a physical manner, but more so in a just be wary of him and maybe like try and disrupt his business. You know, that may be one of those things. But he is a direct rival. He's a direct competitor because obviously, as he was saying, he is bringing in the most cargo right now with Flint going after the La Urca de Lima, or as he's saying, La Urca de Lima. Like, the way he's saying it is like, I only took Spanish in school, so I don't know that much Spanish, right? But the way he's saying it, it sounds like La Urca de Lima. Like, it's just very, very fast spoken, which, hey, fair enough, it might be. My pronunciation of it might just suck. But I liked it. I very much liked it, I have to be honest. I very much liked it. Just having a already first episode, and we've already had so much going on. We had a political, democratic, I guess, vote happening already, which then kind of turned into a brawl. Kind of funny that, like, the civilized manner that Flint is so scared of is ultimately what he rejected. And he ultimately won through, like, a brawl. He won through the uncivilized manner. So, and obviously he wants to become king. Richard Gunfrey is not dead. That's the key part here. He's not dead. I do feel like Billy should have told the quartermaster exactly, like, it wasn't actually him, but like the outcome is the same, except that it's even worse than the quartermaster might assume. So it's like, you should have really told him that it was that the Navy shot at him, and he's basically a dead man now. Like, he's basically nobody's gonna trade with him anymore. Like you should have told him that. Well, like, it's even worse than everyone might have imagined, straight up. And that's what you should have told him. It's even worse. But he covered for Flint. That's surprising. Would you have done that? I mean, in his position, I don't think I would have. I would have been like, that's a blank page. You should vote me for captain. That's a blank page. Vote me. But with the promise, like, the promise, of course, alone is massive. And the way Flint is speaking, he speaks with confidence. Like, he speaks with absolute confidence, which is why it's probably easier to manipulate and gain allies than someone that doesn't speak with confidence. Him saying that 5 million, and the fact that he went to Richard Gunfrey, the fact that Billy saw everything that happened, I think it makes sense that he would believe him and that he would switch to his side in that crucial moment, which is probably why Flint banked on that. But in my honest opinion, that was a massive gamble. Like, that was truly a massive gamble. If I was in that position, granted, there wasn't much he could do in that position. Like essentially, he was on a back foot, so he had to do a gamble like that. But if I was in that position, I'd be a lot more nervous. Maybe it's because he also showed strength, and obviously the big complaint was that they showed that he showed quote unquote weakness. So maybe that's a big thing as well. With the way he killed the person. It definitely is a show of strength, I guess. So that also is going to be a massive factor, because he knows now, okay, you know what? The crew might be behind you much more. If you can get the La Urca de Lima, that you can buy them some time because you showed some strength. You can most certainly buy some time, and you can get on with trying to find the schedule. Now it's going to be interesting because obviously the schedule is being sold to Vane. So I wonder how that's gonna go down. Now, if I was a smart person, what I would do is I would make a copy of the schedule. I would make a copy of the schedule, sell it to Vane, and then drop it. Like just whoopsie, dropped it, and so the captain would find it, in his room. Like, in the middle of the night, the captain would find it in his room when he's not at home or something. I'd drop it in the middle of his room so that he would then go afterwards, and then the treasure is split amongst the crew. So I'd be like, all right, treasure is split amongst the crew. Well, I'm part of the crew now too, and he would never know that I originally had the schedule. So I would sell it to Vane, but I would also give it to the captain, and I would not give it to the captain. I would like drop it in the captain's bed, like drop it on his bed while he's not at home, and from that point on, I'd be like, Captain, we should go after it, and then like spread the rumor that Vane has got a copy as well or something, and that Vane is going after it as well, so that like Flint would hurry towards the treasure. That's kind of what I would do. Like, I would play that kind of game where, like, all right, I'm taking a little gamble here, but regardless, I'm making money. From Vane, I'm making money, and then from Flint, if he gets to the treasure first, I'm also making money. So I'm all in for it, and it's 5 million. I don't know how much 5 million in that currency would be. That would, my assumption is that would be like close to like $1 billion today. That's how much money it is. A war. Awards coming, ladies and gentlemen. First impressions of the first episode, very much enjoyed it. Helps that it's themed on water. Helps that it's themed on water, my favorite element. But I really enjoyed the characters as well. And honestly, the gamble that paid off after just one episode, the situation at the end felt very tense. After just one episode, after barely knowing the characters, having the situation feel so tense is fantastic. It shows you that I already care about the character, and it just shows me that, quite frankly, I think I'm going to be in for a good show. That's my thought, ladies and gentlemen. That's my thought. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out. And as always, bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get early access, full length, as well as super early access. Anyway, regardless, besides that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.